What is going on, everybody, and welcome to your Thirsty Thursday live stream for the month of September. Here we are at the end of September already. This month has flown by. It's been so busy. But before we get started tonight, I do want to take a moment and just remind everybody to keep those in the path of Hurricane Ian in your thoughts and prayers. I've been seeing pictures come through social media here in the last 24 hours that just show absolute devastation down there in Florida. And I know a lot of us have friends and family down in Florida, and been hearing of some casualties down there. And I just wish the very best for everybody in the path of that massive, massive storm. It's still going to come up the coast. I think it's going to hit South Carolina next, up through North Carolina. That's where several of you are from. It's going to come up through Virginia. We're just going to get some rain here in Maryland, but just, keep them in your thoughts and prayers. And if anybody's in a situation or an area where they might be able to help out in some way, consider doing that. I can't imagine dealing with that devastation that I've been seeing on social media. So anyway, back to the live stream. I just want to remind everybody, if you have a question tonight, please put your capital Q in front of your comment so that we can try to single it out and get your questions answered. Taylor's here next to me tonight. She's going to help out and try to sort through all the comments. So who do we have in here tonight? Gringo Pines is here. Mark Wakeland's in here. Southern Firewood, how you doing? Joe Gilbert's in here. The bus man is in the house. Donald Slate's here. How you doing, my friend? We're going to talk about you here in a little bit. Savage Firewood. Michael Volk Dean outside of Michigan. How you doing, my friend? There's Ben Scholes. Welcome to the live stream, my friend. I'll be seeing you here soon as well. We got a lot to talk about tonight. There's Joe Varney. Since Michigan beat Maryland, I think Taylor owes me a free Go Blue for beating Maryland, Taylor, he said. Are you going to do it?
Yeah.
She's going to do it for you, Joe.
Go Blue.
Oh, my. All right. So Jeffrey's in here. We got, I don't know, how many people are in here, Taylor?
62.
62 in the house right now. We are streaming on YouTube and on Facebook tonight simultaneously, I think. This is the first time I've tried to do both, so I don't know if we're actually on Facebook right now or not, but we'll see. We'll see how this goes. Hey, there's Dick from Old Guy Firewood, hoping no one has major problems from the hurricane. I think he's in North Carolina, so he might be getting some of this. Hey, there's Michelle. That says Firewood. How are you doing, Michelle? I hope you are healing up the best you can. My heart goes out to you. I know you're dealing with a lot of pain right now and a lot of recovery. So I wish you the best and as speedy of a recovery as possible. Iron and Oak Sawmill's here. Chuck, how you doing, my friend? There's Cash, 5150. How are you doing tonight? Man, a lot of chat going on already tonight. I love it. Gringo Pine wants to know what's in the glass tonight, Brad. We're going to get to that in just a second. Just trying to catch up here real quick. I did see somebody said that they're going to be in and out of the chat because the Cincinnati Bengals are playing against the Miami Dolphins tonight on Thursday Night Football. I've still got a little bit of heartburn with the Miami Dolphins because I was at the game in Baltimore with my boy Brady when the Ravens played the Dolphins, and we had that game won going into the fourth quarter, and then the wheels just completely came off the train. It was pretty embarrassing, actually. Colleen's here from up in Saskatchewan. How are you doing, Colleen? All right, well, here's our super chat for the night, so I guess we might as well talk about what we're drinking, what's in the glass. I got to make my first pour tonight, and tonight we are drinking Four Roses small batch once again. We had this out a couple months ago, and I don't like to keep a bottle open too long before I finish it off. So we're going to try to work on this bottle here tonight. Four Roses. So Don Scheib, he says, that is pretty looking shit, if I must say so myself. All right, well, raise a glass to you, Don. Cheers, my friend. Raise your glasses, everybody. All right. Thank you, Don. Appreciate that. Hardworking man's here checking in. How's my volume tonight? I noticed last month my volume was a little loud. It kind of got a little distorted. So I made some adjustments. I don't know if it's still too loud or if it sounds good. So if you don't mind, let me know in the chat what you think about the volume right now. Brian Wiley's here. How you doing, Brian? Good to see you here tonight on the stream. And he says, yes, we are streaming on both right now. So that's good. I guess it's working. Ralph Carnegie's here. How are you? And Jim Tippett says he's finally catching the live stream live. Raise a glass of Elijah Craig. That's another good one.
Shive said that it was supposed to say shirt.
Shirt. It was supposed. Oh, shirt. Nice looking shirt. Oh yeah, this is a nice looking shirt. I was going to talk about that later or in the beginning and completely forgot. But Firewood on the Hill. He's here tonight. How you doing? Yeah. So everybody's talking about getting to meet each other, and we're going to get into that pretty deep here tonight.
We have 2 questions.
All right, I see one right here from Mark Wakeland. Is that the first one?
Yep.
He says, Brad, did you watch Daniel Atkins run his new splitter today? No, I did not, but I am definitely going to go catch that because I've been looking forward to that. I think the anticipation from the YouTube community has been almost near what his excitement was to get that thing. So I'm definitely going to have to go check that out. Thank you for letting me know. Eric Sawyer wants to know if there's any chance I'm coming to Sawfest. It's in Ohio as well. I've not heard of Sawfest. So I'm going to write that down and take a look at it because I'm not really sure what that one is or when it is. Is it near the same time as the Paul Bunyan Show? Donald Slate says he's working on the crown tonight. Mr. Scuba One, he's got Kool-Aid. Hey, buddy, whatever you got in your glass is good to go. Taylor's going to be raising her glass tonight with water in it. She said, I can't raise my glass. I only have water. I said, it doesn't matter. It's Thirsty Thursday, and whatever you like to drink, that's what we do. I just happen to be a bourbon guy on Thirsty Thursday. So Ozark's Firewood says it is a bit loud, but Joe Gilbert says it's good. I can make a small adjustment here. I don't know if that'll help or not, but I just made a little adjustment. All right. Everybody's thinking about me. And there's Todd Lacey from Todd's Outside Again. Welcome tonight. Colleen says, Taylor, she's got chocolate milk. And Michelle says that she finds out on Monday if she gets to keep her pinky finger. If you haven't been following that, she's got a pretty severe injury to her hand. She posted some pictures of it on her Facebook page, and I wish the doctors well that they can take care of her the best way possible. All right, so let's get into this tonight. All right, so as you've been seeing on the channel, Firewood sales have been ripping, and it's just a constant busy time right now getting firewood deliveries done. I do have to deliver 5 cord of firewood tomorrow. It's going to be in 4 different loads. But the reason I'm doing so many tomorrow is because I had delivery scheduled for Saturday, and it's supposed to be raining all day Saturday, Sunday, and Monday here. So I called my customer to see if we could reschedule, and they said that was fine. So I'm just going to have a double duty day on Friday. Joseph Kennedy says he's spending his birthday watching the live stream and can't believe he's 46. Well, happy birthday, Joseph Kennedy. Happy 46th birthday. I'm glad you're here with us tonight to celebrate. So I think we can raise a glass to that, everybody. What do you say? Let's raise a glass and say happy birthday. Happy birthday, buddy. Larry and Robin are here. Good to see you all, the Hoddle family. Shout out to Firewood is the new gold. I heard that. Somebody, I think, I can't remember who sent it to me, but somebody actually sent me a message of a podcast, and that's what they were talking about, Firewood being the new gold. Hardworking Man says his firewood is selling itself. He's not even trying. Neither am I. I don't even advertise other than through my Facebook page and this YouTube community. Some people locally follow me on here. It's kind of cool because when I do these deliveries and I put them into my YouTube channel on my videos, it's really neat to see the actual customer that will jump in and comment and say, "Hey, that was my delivery," or "That's my house," or "That was my order." It's pretty neat that you can see your customers actually jump on here and participate in the community. So that's pretty cool. Jim Tippett says, super impressed with what you have done with the deliveries, processing, and stacking, always keeping it clean and straight. Don't skimp as you were setting the example. Well, it's just, I don't know how I got this way. Part of it's probably the police background and the paramilitary type stuff, that things always have to be squared away, or at least my best effort of keeping things squared away. And I feel like the way I'm doing it in my mind is the best way to do it. It may not be the most efficient way. It may not be the fastest way, but I think when it comes to the customer, they get clean, dry, good looking wood. So that's my opinion. And everybody does it their own way, and whatever works for them, more power to them. Do what works for you. Jeffrey, great question. I do not know, but hopefully Dan might know tomorrow night on his live stream on the Back 40 Firewood channel. Does anyone know if they got the fire pit done at the Fairfield Inn? So the Fairfield Inn is where we're all going to be staying at the Paul Bunyan Show, and they're supposed to be working on a fire pit. And if we're able to do the live stream from around the fire pit, that would just be awesome. So I hope so. Brian Wiley, he said he loved the video of my mom living with me. Yeah, so that's pretty special that she comes down there and helps me out. I've actually got a cord and a half loaded on the trailer right now that I preloaded tonight for one of my deliveries first thing tomorrow morning. She was outside working in the yard, saw me loading the trailer, and she actually walked down and gave me a hand again. I told her, I said, "Look, this delivery isn't until tomorrow. I'm not in a hurry. You don't need to help me. Don't want you to hurt yourself or tire yourself out." But she actually, I think, enjoys it. So thank you, Brian. I'll let her know. I appreciate that. And you watch those. Here's a question from Bill Irwin. And he says, do you have any idea of how many cord you have to sell this season? Well, pretty much all of my firewood that I have to sell has either been delivered or is ordered. I actually told my first customer no yesterday. It's a painful thing to do, but I'm not going to sell green wood. I'm not going to sell wood that I don't think is ready to go. That's just my own personal standard that I set. And when it's gone, it's gone. I sold 23 cord last year and ran out about the same time as I did this year, and it's going to be 41 cord. So I didn't quite double last year's production, but I definitely substantially increased. It went just as fast. Even after raising the prices a little bit, which I had to do just because of inflation, the price of fuel, the price of diesel, the price of oil, and the demand as well. I mean, it's just ripping out of here. So 41 cord to answer your question. That's where I'm at this year. I'd like to increase it next year. So we'll see where that goes. I'd like to get to 50.
A couple of people are saying the audio is breaking up.
The audio is breaking up. Mm-hmm. I don't know why that would be. Everything looks good here on this end. Bill has a question. I offered to bring my solo stove, but Back 40 Dan said we have to go with what they have. Yeah, I don't know what their rules and regulations are, but I would imagine they probably don't want people bringing their own fire pits into the hotel. But we're going to have a good time either way. I mean, with a fire, without a fire, there's going to be so many of us there and so many of us hanging out, talking to each other. It's going to be a great time. So old guy was saying audio is fine. Joe said audio is fine.
Yeah, and another person did too. So I guess it just might be.
Maybe it was just a little glitch there. Yeah. All right. So cool. All right. So did anybody catch the live stream from, I I think it was the 17th. It was a Saturday this past month on Skidder Kev's channel. He invited me onto his live stream, and Skidder Kev and Andrew Easton from Easton Made Wood Splitters were on there, and it was a good time. So if any of you were able to join that, or if any of those guys are here tonight, I just want to say thank you for the invite, and it's cool to be part of the community. Here we go with another super chat from Mr. Back 40 himself. And he says, bring your bottle of bourbon next week and I'll pack the cordless razor. Well, Dan, that's not going to happen as far as the cordless razor goes, but I've already got the bottle of bourbon on my list. So here's to you, Dan. Cheers, my friend. Thank you, sir. All right. Brad Forces, yes, I am. I was going to break out the what was it? Not Elijah Craig. Oh, the Knob Creek. I was going to break out the Knob Creek for Dan tonight, but that bottle's not open yet, so I'm kind of holding on to that one. Mr. Scuba One says he has done 660 face cords this year, and he's just one guy. That is awesome. That is amazing. You must be over there every day, just about. I've only got, between my part-time job and the kids' sports and after-school activities and stuff, I get to work, I would say, a solid 2 to 3 days a week. Sometimes I grab a few hours in the evening if I can, but 2 or 3 days a week is about all I get. So 660 face cords. Wow, that's a lot. Jeff says it'll stop the party kind of night. I agree with that. All right. So I do have an unboxing I want to do tonight. I had a subscriber of the channel and a supporter of the channel reached out to me and sent me a package. And he's on the live stream right now. And that's Donald Slate. Sent me a package. And I'll just let you look at the box and see if anybody might have an idea what this is before we open it. But let's get it ripped into. Oh, real quick here. We got another super chat from Woodruff Woods. And he says, can only stop by for a moment, but wanted to support a fellow Woodhound. See you in about 8 days at the event sponsored by Husqvarna. Hey, over here. That's for you, my friend, right there. Now, Darren, thank you so much for the super chat. We'll raise a glass to you, my friend. Cheers. Thanks for being here. And I'm sorry you can't stay, but I am definitely looking forward to seeing you here real soon. So Gringo Pines thinks it's a draw knife. Jeff says he thinks it's a log hauler. Hardworking man says log hauler. But let's rip into this and see what we got. I already know what it is, but I saved this for the live stream just to see what Oh yeah, we should switch cameras back here. Nah, I don't know if you might be able to see it better on this one or that one. I think we're better off with the first one because I'm going to hold it right up in front. What do you think about 2 cameras tonight? I'm getting technical. I don't want to overwhelm myself with technology. I'm not as smart as Dan is. But it seems to be working good so far. You're going to keep an eye on the chat, Ted, because I am not watching it at all right now.
Matt Weimer said, just want to stop in and say hi. I'm in Orlando fighting the hurricane. Sorry, I'm going to miss the live. Cheers.
That's right. Matt Weimer is in Orlando. They went down to Disney. He's with another guy I used to work with, Gene and his family. And they are right in the midst of the hurricane. I saw that they were kind of hanging out inside and riding it out. But I hope you guys are doing okay and can make the best of it. All right, so first of all, he sent me a brochure for the Woodsman's Field Days. That was from this past year, but he's interested. And I had mentioned that I'm planning on going there next year. So he kind of sent me the schedule and some information about the Woodsman's Days up in New York. So I can read about that. And a couple of placards there. And we got a little note, hey there. This is from Donald Slate, like I mentioned. And there's two things in here. So he's got it packaged very well. Are you watching the chat, babe?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Might need some wire cutters here. Let me slide this drawer over. Luckily, I'm in the shop next to the toolbox. I already know what I'm going to do with this. When he told me he was sending this to me, I had some ideas, but not an actual plan for it yet. But I'm going to talk about what I'm initially going to do with this right away.
Mom's on the live stream.
Hey, there's Connie McGurk, my mother. You guys saw her yesterday on the video helping me load the trailer. Brian Wiley was on here, Mom, a minute ago saying how it was so great to see you on the helping me load there. So here's the first one. It's like a rubber hose with two very sharp hooks on the end. And you can use this to help pick up rounds to move around the yard. And the next thing, I think some of you definitely guessed it, is the log hauler. So I did miss missed a wire tie here. So the log hauler, this spins. Two guys can pick up logs, and he actually sent me two of them. So we can move some massive logs if we got a couple extra guys. And he also sent me two of these. He said back when he did firewood, he didn't have heavy equipment or loaders or tractors or anything like that. So this is what they used. And if you saw a couple weeks ago on one of my delivery videos, my customer has a cherry log backyard from a tree that fell that is kind of difficult to access. So I'm going to recruit a couple guys, and maybe Matt Weimer will help me because it's right near his house, actually. And we can put those to use and carry that big cherry log up out of there. I'll make sure I record that so y'all can see it. So Donald, I want to say thank you. And I know we already spoke, but I'm looking forward to using that, and I appreciate you thinking about me. We got to go way back to the chat here. We got a question from Iron and Oak Sawmill. What's up with tickets for Bunyan? I tried to buy online, and it says it's closed. Wow. Well, I don't know what's up with that, but I will give you, I was going to wait to talk about this, but tonight, to 3 lucky people, I am going to give away some tickets to Paul Bunyan, because I ordered mine several weeks ago and they came in the mail the other day. So I do have a few extras here that I'm going to give away tonight on the live for anybody that's going. So what I'm hoping is that when we decide how we're going to give these away, we can ask for just the people that know they're going to be at the show to participate in that giveaway. So last I heard, Chuck, you could buy them at the gate. Maybe it's just a problem with their website. Jeff says, I love the log haulers. They work great, and they use them.
A question from Ben Scholes is the log haulers for mom, wife, and the kids on the other one?
Where's that at?
Down. Ben Scholes.
Must be way down.
Okay.
Oh, Ben. I'm going to be meeting him at the Paul Bunyan Show. I'm really looking forward to seeing him. He said he's going to be the guy walking around with the Firewood at the furnace hat and shirt on. So he'll look just like me, probably. So he says, is the log haulers for mom, wife, and the kids on the other one? Well, we can try that out for sure. I don't know if I want to participate in that, and I certainly don't want to hurt Mama's back. But
It'd be a blooper video for me and Brady.
That could be a blooper video. Iron and Oak Sawmill has a question, and he says, I had a couple of those log grabbers, and he forgot to bring them out when we were up there, Chuck. Gotcha. Yeah, they've been pretty cool to test out. I'm looking forward to trying these out. Hardworking Man says he hasn't bought tickets for the show yet either. He wasn't positive they were going to make it. Jim Tippett says he wants to. Danny, hey Brad, love your videos. Love the family teamwork loading the trailer. Thank you, Danny. I got a lot of great comments from that. It's nice to get them out there once in a while in the yard with me when they can help out. I never, try to force anybody to help me. Sometimes when they know I've got a very busy day scheduled and a lot of work to do, I don't know if they can sense my anxiety and my stress about getting it done, but they always say, hey, if you need a hand, we'll come help you out. So family is awesome. John says he likes to support the blue flag. Yep, that's my career, and it was a good career. The A-team was getting it done in the video. That was the A-team. Mine is Taylor. She was in school. Taylor and Brady were at school, so they couldn't be there to help. I'm sure you can still get tickets there. Hardworking Man says he's got his fingers crossed that we can still get tickets. I can't imagine that they're not going to sell them. Donald said, what did you think of the signs? Yeah, I forgot to show them on screen. So this first one says, warning, this area protected by a very nasty guard dog 3 days a week. You guess which days. Yep. So there is a guard dog in my house too.
Yeah, there is.
Yep. And the second one says, open most days about 9 or 10, occasionally as early as 7, some days as late as 12 or 1. Closed most days about 5:30 or 6, occasionally around 4 or 5, sometimes as late as 11 or 12. Some days we aren't here at all. Lately, I've been here all the time except when I'm someplace else. So that's pretty funny. That sounds like a retired life. What do you think? Yeah, so they're pretty funny. Jim says he's looking forward to meeting his maker, Chris Wolf. That's awesome. Yeah, you'll be able to meet a lot of people down there. It's going to be very busy. Jim wants to connect with fellow beer drinker Shy, bourbon drinker Brad, and fashion model back 40. Maybe Dan will have his fancy hat on. You know, that straw hat, or that I call it his goofy hat. He likes that hat though.
Iron Oak Sawmill said, I think they stopped advance tickets only at the gate now.
Stop selling advanced tickets. They're only selling at the gate now. Wow. That tells me that sales have been busy. Joe Dodge Firewood from the sawmill. Hey Brad, how's your axe restorations coming? Well, I can show you here. Let me grab one of these over here real quick. This is my first attempt at polishing an axe head. And I knew it was going to be a lot of work, but it was way more work than I envisioned. This is how far I've gotten on this one so far. It's not a mirror finish yet, but it's getting there, and it has been very, very tedious. So I'm not sure if I'm going to continue to polish the heads or not, but I've got another one here. This is a plumb head that I'm working on, and I really want to try to make a handle for it. And I've got a pretty cool little burning tool that I'm going to burn into my handle that is the outline of a bald eagle. So I think it'd be pretty cool to kind of to brand the axes that I build with the bald eagle. As you know, that's a representation of my father for his strength and patriotism. That's just the idea I have. Still work in progress. There's a lot of other things going on, so I'm working on that little by little. So that's a little update on the axe heads. Sorry, it's not more elaborate, but that's what's going on. All right. Yeah, I stopped selling ahead of time. Yep, you can buy tickets at the gate, they said. All right, so while we're talking about Paul Bunyan, I will be on the live stream with Dan at the Back 40 Firewood channel on Friday night. Not tomorrow, but the following Friday night when we're all in Ohio. He will be broadcasting live from the hotel that we're all staying in. It's going to be a party. It's going to be a good time. So if you don't follow his YouTube channel, Back 40 Firewood, check that out and make sure you join in next Friday night with us because we're all going to be there. I've got a couple surprises that I'm going to be taking care of. And I think there's some other things that are going to be going on that are going to be neat to see. So I've already talked to Dan, and he's cool with my plans. So it should be a great time. It may go late into the night. Heck, Dan may go to bed, and me and Shad might keep the stream going. Who knows? I'm just kidding. But we'll see how it goes. It's going to be a fun time. And Shad's got a question. He says, how's the moisture content on the black birch? I haven't checked it. I did go over and look at it the other day. Kind of picked it up, and I'm not going to lie, I smelled it. I wanted to see if I could still smell that birch beer smell. And it was faint. I could still slightly smell it, not like when it's fresh cut. But it's separated. It's my personal use wood when it gets ready. I'm definitely gonna check that here soon. See if I can use some of it before winter sets in. Colleen, she said a coyote just stole one of her She's Got to Go. My goodness, Colleen. Well, I hope you get that all squared away here. That's crazy. Somebody's talking about hackberry. He's got 10 30-inch logs, and they are quality campfire wood splits. Hackberry. Is Dan still here from Back 40?
Yeah.
Hardworking man says that him and Rachel will stay up with us if Dan goes to bed. I don't want to make it too late of a party, and for me anyway, and I am going to try to take it easy because I want to be up bright and early and enjoy the show on Saturday all day, and I just want to make sure I don't hurt myself. That happened not too long ago, and it was not fun. It's still in recent memory, so I'm not gonna let that happen. Shad says he's going to bring me a dry bundle of the black birch. So all right, yep, bring it along, and I will definitely burn it. Dan is still here. All right, where are we going, Tay? Tim Stout's here. Better late than never. Glad you could make it, Tim. Plenty of hackberry here in my part of Missouri as well. Great for outdoor wood burning smell. Also turning blanks on the lathe. I'd like to try my hand at the lathe. I used the lathe in high school a couple times when we still had wood shop, and I made a couple lamps. But these bowls that I see guys turning look pretty cool. Like over there at Firewood Midwest, he makes them wooden bowls, and they're really cool looking. Brad Six is here. He just got in from stacking wood. How you doing, buddy? How are sales going for you? I know you've been working hard, and he's a great, ambitious young man, good work ethic, and I hope sales are going good for you, my friend. Shive, hardworking man, wants to know if Shive's planning on taking it easy too. I don't know if you're going to have to talk to him about that. I'm not going to comment. But anyway, I will be at the Paul Bunyan Show all day on Saturday. And my plan, I know that we had all talked about stopping by the booth that John has, frickin' Jeep, booth number 100. So my plan, and I talked to Shive about this, and I'm not sure if he's on board with my plan or not, but he said it sounded good. But my plan is to stop by that booth from 9 to 10 a.m. on Saturday to try to meet some people, to try to like have an area we congregate to talk and chat and meet each other. I definitely want to take some pictures with some of you to kind of remember the experience and remember all the faces and put faces with names. But from 9 to 10 I'll be at the booth, and then again from 1 to 2 I'll be at the booth. So I'm sure I'll be running into people out walking around looking at the show, but those 2 time slots I'm going to try to be in a centralized area, hopefully with Shive and Dan or whoever else, and we can try to meet as many people as possible. So that's my plan there. I'll have stickers to give away. I will have, all right, I'll tell you about this right now. So the day of the show, now before I get into this does not count for the Friday night live stream at the hotel. But once we are on the grounds of the show, the first 12 people that come up to me at the show and say Thirsty Thursday, I'll be giving away free whiskey glasses. I'm going to bring a whole case of whiskey glasses with me, and I'll have them until the first 12 people bombard me and see me at the show and say Thirsty Thursday. So we'll see how quick that they go, or maybe nobody will come up and say anything, but that's my plan. I'm bringing a whole case of glasses to give away. Not at the live stream, but actually at the show. All right, let's back over here. Rolando says he splits and sells hackberry. It's a hardwood on the lower end. Takes about 10 months to dry, but then it's great to burn. Yeah, I've never had hackberry. I've had mulberry. I think it's probably about the same. Brad 6 says he's got 2 deliveries tomorrow, and one is over in Phoenix, an hour drive away. Well, I hope that you are charging for the delivery, because fuel is not cheap. Jim says Thirsty Thursday, and he's just practicing. That's funny. All right, so who needs tickets to the show? Let's give a couple of them away here. I'm trying to think the best way to do this. Again, if you are not going to be able to make it to the show, then please don't participate in this giveaway. I really want somebody to win these that are actually going to be there and use them. I will get them in the mail immediately tomorrow morning, so you will definitely have them in time. But for the first ticket, I'm going to give away 1 ticket at a time to 3 different people. So for the first ticket, we'll make it easy. The first person that can guess the number that I'm thinking of between 1 and 10, and I'll write it down so you all know that I'm telling the truth.
You can give it to me. The
first number between 1 and 10 will win that ticket.
So they have to say this number?
They have to type that number into the chat. So only if you are coming to the show. We got 7s, 9s,
2.
3, 4.
You got 2 people so far.
9, 7. You're all around it. There we go. Hardworking man. First one to say 6. That was the number, 6. So, hardworking man, you're going to get a ticket to the show.
Backward, you just put 1 through 10 on the chat. Ben Skull said he's going to say Thirsty Thursday 12 times.
Oh, Back 40 keeps editing his. Oh, no, he's writing every number. That would have been the way to do it. See, now you gave everybody an idea, so I'm going to have to change it up now.
All right, now you should do
So the reason I picked number 6 is because that's Taylor's softball number and that's Brady's baseball number. They both wear number 6 on their back, so that's the reason for that.
You could do a number 10 through 20 next.
Hardworking man, send me an email, firewood@thefurnace@gmail.com, and I'll put it in here. So are you going to put it in, or I will?
I can.
I got it. And give me your address, and I'll get that right in the mail for you. All right, Taylor has another question.
All right, it's
chat crazy
it's still
here.
a number question.
1 second. Let me get this fixed up here. I think I got get that banner off there. There we go. The next question for Taylor is a number between
10 and 20.
10 and 20.
I have my number.
So the number between 10 and 20 for another ticket. Make sure you write whoever wins. Yep. Hardworking man said, Shab says he can meet me at the hotel. Yep, you can do that too. Either way, you just send me an email and let me know what you want to do. If you want me to put them in the mail, then I will. If you'd rather just meet me at the hotel, we can do that as well.
No one said so far. Y'all are all around it. Oh, Kristen Ramsberg.
I haven't seen it come through yet.
Just came through.
My chat is way behind and way slow. Everybody's
right there.
Kristen Ramsberg. 15.
So it was 15 because 15 is my volleyball number.
So that's Taylor's volleyball number 15.
Learning stuff today too.
Write her name on there so we don't forget. And we've got one more ticket to give away. We'll hold off on that last ticket, and I'll think of something. All right, so Hardworking Man says he'll meet me and he'll email me his cell phone number. Awesome. That sounds perfect. Brad 6, are you going to be there Friday and Saturday? Yes, I will be there most of the day Friday and all day Saturday. Arthur Elks has a question. I tried to send an email and it came back as not deliverable. Let's make sure you typed it in correctly. I don't know if I might have misspelled something there or not in a hurry. It's firewood at thefurnace@gmail.com.
And it's 2 T's, not like the...
Yeah, 2 T's, at the TT. Sometimes that gets a little confusing. Jim says he sucks at this. Well, you're going to get another chance here.
It's Kristen, not Christine. What's it saying?
Christian.
Yeah,
sorry. Sorry about that. Refill time. Oh, we're past the bottom of the hour. I'm still in my first glass here, so I'm doing good tonight. Yeah, so that sounds good. I'll see you at the show. I saw a question back here a little ways. Let me try to find it back past all these numbers. This is the first time I've done the number guessing game, and that blows up the chat. So I can't find the question, but I remember it was something about, here we go. I found it. Let me show this here. Arthur Elks, have you had any leads on a conveyor? Well, I will tell you this. I have been looking and looking and looking. I did find one about 20 miles away. It was down in Middletown, Delaware. And I messaged the guy, talked to him. He wanted $1,300. It was a 30-foot conveyor. It looked to be in okay shape. So I messaged him. He said, hey, I'm out of town for 2 weeks. I work on a boat, and I'll be back, Monday in 2 weeks. I was like, okay, great. Is there a chance I can take a look at it before you get back so we don't waste each other's time? He said, no, I'd rather, not have any strange people on the property while I'm not there. I said, I totally get it. So he messaged me when he got home and said, hey, can you come on Monday? I said, great. I'll be there on Monday. It's all for my part-time job. And so then he messaged me that Saturday and said, hey, can you come today? And I said, okay, I'll try to make it work. And then he said, no, I'm going to go hunting. Just make it Monday. And I said, okay, Monday's good. And then he messaged me again and said, hey, the wind's not right for hunting. Can you come today? I said, no, I can't come today. I've got other plans now. Let's just stick with Monday. So Sunday night came. I messaged him. I said, is 9 o'clock good tomorrow morning? Come take a look at this conveyor. No answer. So I looked on Marketplace and the listing was gone. I messaged him again and I said, hey, I see the listing's down off of Marketplace. Did you already sell it? No answer. So he ghosted me. And, you know, you run into people like that sometimes, and it's all good. Things happen for a reason, I believe. And that night I found another conveyor online that was just about 10 miles up the road in Pennsylvania. And I contacted that guy and we made a deal. I'm not going to tell you about the deal because you're going to check out next Wednesday's video. Sorry to leave you hanging like that, but Conveyor, it's going to be a work in progress. I'll tell you that. We are not hitting the ground running with this thing, but you can take a look at next week's video and let me know what you think. Mr. Scuba 1, now that I'm retired next year, I want to get around to some of my fellow firewood cutters and bring my Dyna SC16 processor with me and do some wood. You up for that? Do some wood. Are you up for that? I'm up for that. I don't know where you're from or how far away you are, but if you want to bring a processor and do some wood, we can do it. All right, Taylor is going to get out of here. So let me switch over here so you all can say goodbye to Taylor.
Bye.
She has school tomorrow. She has a volleyball game tomorrow, and yes, she's got to get ready for all that, get cleaned up, and get in bed.
Yeah, I'm tired.
So,
I woke up late this morning. So.
So she's got a busy day ahead of her tomorrow, so she's going to head in. Thank you, Taylor, for coming out here. I appreciate it. Brad might be hungover. Nope, not going to happen. Somebody just said, Diesel Dad, just found your channel. You're not that far from me. Enjoying your content. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm not sure where you are. If you can or if you want to, put it in the chat where you're at. If you have a channel, I'll check that out as well. And Jeffrey is telling me that the Conveyor is going to be a game changer for sure. Congratulations on the next step. Yep, so it is another step. I hope it's in the right direction. Things fall into place and things happen for a reason, like I said, that I believe that. And we'll see what happens. It's a work in progress. It's going to be a project for me. It's probably not going to be able to help me out this delivery season, but it's definitely going to be a help, I think. I've got a good vision for it, put it that way. Hardworking man. He says, I'm going to need a Conveyor eventually, especially now that I picked up my new log splitter. It is an absolute beast. Yeah, I never thought I would need a Conveyor either. Last year, it didn't even cross my mind because I was only doing 23 cord, I think. I think that's what I sold, 23 cord last year. And it didn't get to be that big of a deal as far as throwing the wood. But I tell you what really woke me up was that 6 cord order that I delivered a couple weeks ago. I mean, the trailer holds a cord and a half thrown in loose, and loading that thing 4 times for that one customer. That was work. So yeah, hopefully the Conveyor might be able to help me out a little bit, and we'll see how it works out. Christian, I've been happy with my old Conveyor for $800. It's not pretty, but really increases productivity. Well, I'm glad you said that because mine's not pretty either. And you're going to see it. Hey, look, there's Blanford's Tree Service. He's saying hello. That's my tree guy, Chaz. He's been on the live stream here a couple times. Glad you're here. I hope everything is going okay. I'm not going to bring up any details, but I know that you're at the hospital tonight, and I hope that everything is going well for you, my friend. If you need anything at all, you give me a call, and I'll be right there. I'll take care of it day or night. You know that. You got my number. You ring my phone, and I'll take care of whatever you need, buddy. Diesel Dad said he's not cool enough for a channel, but he's in Harford County, so he's right across the river here from me. That's pretty close. George Solomon, he's checking out. He's got to go to work, graveyard shift. Good night to you all. Well, good night, George. Cheers to you, my friend. Have a safe night at work. I know the graveyard shift. I worked that for 12 and a half years straight on a swing shift. And I guess if you're on a permanent graveyard shift, your body probably gets used to it a little better. But we were switching every week and a half. We'd change shifts. and your body never got adjusted. So have a good night. I haven't got used to my Conveyor yet. Picked it up real cheap and it needs a lot of work. Yeah, most of them do need work. Jim, he's begging for help from Shibe. Convince Brad to give me ticket number 3 so we can hang out. Jim is trying really hard. Yeah, so we do have to give this other ticket away. I wish I had more that I could give to everybody. I really do. But I only have 3 to give away, and I want to keep it fair. So I guess we will change it up a little bit here and see what she did with my pen. Here we go. And now we're going to talk about a letter in the alphabet between G and R. A letter between G and R. And I got it written down here. So Mr. Scuba One says he'll find out where I am, and next year we'll make plans. Awesome. Let me know. All right, so here come the letters. I'm gonna watch the chat go by. Bill Irwin. I think I grabbed his chat. I might have missed it. It's flying by so quick. But Ben guessed it. It was the letter M. See if I can pull it up there so you can see it. So that's Jim Tippett. There we go. Bill Irwin, the letter M. He gets the 3rd and final ticket to the Paul Bunyan Show. So let me write his name down so I don't forget. Sometimes, or last month, I forgot one of the winners. And I had to go back and watch the live stream again just to figure out who it was. But there's our 3 winners. Thanks, everybody. I can't wait to see you all. Let's get back down here. Jim didn't make it again. I'm sorry, Jim. If I could help you out, I certainly would there. Just try to keep it all fair. So if you didn't win any of the tickets, you still got a chance to win a whiskey glass here tonight, because every month on the Thirsty Thursday live stream, we do give away a Firewood at the Furnace engraved whiskey glass. And that giveaway is going to be coming up here shortly. So we might as well get to that right now. Let me grab a glass so the people that don't know what they are can see them. I ordered a bunch of extra ones so I can have plenty at the show. But here they are. If you haven't seen them before, it's engraved Firewood at the Furnace with the logo on it. If you're new here, we give away one of these every single month. And the way you win that is a trivia question based on the videos from this past month. I'll come up with a random question from one of the videos since the previous live stream, and the first person to answer that correctly wins. And the question tonight is Ozark's Firewood. He says his Elijah Craig would look good in that glass. All right, so tonight's question. In a video this past month, I was loading IBC totes of less desirable boiler wood into the dump trailer. I was dumping pallets in. It's a 2-part question. How many pallets did I dump and how many broke? So how many pallets did I dump into the trailer and how many pallets did I break while trying to do it? You got to have both parts of that question correct. So those of you who won the tickets to the Paul Bunyan Show, make sure you send me an email, because I'm going to need your address pretty quickly so I can get those in the mail to you. 3 and 1, 5 and 3, 3 and 2 broke, 4 and 3 broke. Oh, Tim Stout, 4 and 2. Tim Stout got it. He was one of the first ones there. 4 and 2. So I loaded 4 IBC totes. 2 of them broke the bottom slats. So the winner, Mr. Tim Stout, wins a whiskey glass. All right. So very good. I think that's pretty fun to do every month. All right. I hope to meet as many of the Woodhounds as possible next week at the Paul Bunyan Show. I do too. I think I'm excited to meet people more than I am to see the show. I don't know how crowded it's going to be. This is my first time being there, but I think it's going to be a great time. And I would just say it up front, right off the bat. Hey, Ontario Firewood Resource. How you doing, Anthony? Glad you could be here tonight. I don't know if I'm going to be able to remember everybody's faces and everybody's when I first see you or meet you. So if I have to introduce myself and you yourself, please excuse me. It's going to be pretty overwhelming to see everyone, and I want to, make time and get pictures and really take it all in. Jeffrey, will I be selling glasses at the show? I will not be selling glasses at the show, but if you'd like one, send me a message, and I will take care of you there and let you know how I can get one to you. But if you're going to be at the show, like I said earlier, the first 12 people to see me there at the show and come up to me and say, Thirsty Thursday, I'll reach into my bag and hand you a glass. Hopefully that all works out. Tim Stout wants to know if Jim Tippett has a whiskey glass. The chat's flying by so quick. Jim Tippett said, too much bourbon. Can we schedule trivia earlier in the broadcast? Well, I try to hold the giveaways off until at least halfway through or better so that people don't just come here and try to win something and then leave. I like people to hang out and chat time. So you hang out for a little bit. We give some stuff away. I think that works out good. If anybody wants a whiskey glass, send me a message. I don't make any money on them. I charge exactly what I pay for them, plus whatever it costs me to ship it to you. So it's just a promotion thing. It's not a money-making thing for me at all. So the Paul Bunyan Show, like I said, it's going to be my first time there. I understand that it's a lot of bigger equipment. It's a lot of, it's not just firewood. It's logging, it's arborist, and it's chainsaw carving. And it's going to be a lot of cool stuff to see. So I'm going to be definitely making time to walk around the show and take it all in. I'm probably going to go live a couple times or once or twice. I don't know. Maybe I won't go live at all, but we'll see how it goes. So if I see you and I've got my camera out, come on up to me and jump on the live stream. That'll be pretty cool to look back on that. Send the whiskey glass to Jim Tippett. I already bought one earlier. Well, look at that. Tim Stout just let Jim be a winner. That's pretty cool, Tim. I will change the name on here. How great is this community? Tim giving up his winnings to let Jim win something. So, Jim, the whiskey glass is yours, courtesy of Tim. That's pretty awesome. All right, let me go back here and find out where I was. Congratulations to Jim. Colleen said the coyote that showed up got 3 hens and a rooster. He knew I was in having supper. Wow, a coyote was working fast. 3 hens and a rooster. I'm sorry, Colleen. That stinks. Whew, man. Blanford's Tree Service says he's in next year for the Paul Bunyan Show. Well, put it on your calendar. I think it's the same time every year. We can ride together. It's going to be a good time. Gringo Pine says he was talking to his grandson and missed all the giveaway stuff. Hey, no problem, Gringo Pines. I'm just glad you're here, my friend. We give away the glasses every month, and anytime the channel reaches a milestone, I try to give some stuff away. You all are so supportive of me on the channel, helping out with the live stream, and I just like to give back whenever I can. So if I'm able to, I'll definitely be giving away more stuff and try to just make it a better live stream, a better experience, and have some winners on here once in a while. Yeah, Anthony says that coyotes should get a couple of slugs too. Coyotes are very skittish around people. They're definitely more afraid of people than we are of them. You don't get to see them outside too often, at least around here. Hey, Andrew and Samantha Madison made it. They're in the house saying howdy to everybody. I'm glad you made it. Sorry you missed the few giveaways we had there. But if you're just joining us, it sounds like that the pre-order for the tickets online to the Paul Bunyan Show have been shut down, and now they're only selling tickets at the gate. So fortunately, I was able to give a few of those away tonight. But if you're planning on going to the show and you don't have your tickets, it sounds like you're going to have to get them at the gate. But I would keep checking back online because hopefully maybe it's just a problem with their website or something, and maybe they can get them back online. Or it could be, since the show is only a week away, that maybe they can't process and get everything mailed out in time before the show. So maybe they're not sure. That kind of makes sense there. Colleen said she had the chickens stored on the outside of the tree row and was going to come back for more. Wow. Anthony says the coyotes aren't that scared of people in Toronto. Yeah, around here you don't see them too often. We catch them on the trail cameras when we're deer hunting. You might see one hit on the side of the road once in a while, but rarely do you see them come out. Andy says usually a talk radio is enough to keep coyotes away, but then you have to listen to talk radio. That's true. Get back in the chat here. Not in Arizona, brother. They're pretty brave when they're taking your animals. Yeah, will they come out to get your animals if people are nearby or around? Because I hunt in Maryland. All my hunting is here in Maryland, and I've never hunted in West Virginia, but I think Shive does hunt in West Virginia, or Virginia maybe. I'm not sure. But speaking of Shive, there's a super chat from him. Drink up, fellas. Woo! Cheers, everybody. Thank you, my friend Shive. I appreciate that. Shive is back. So I know Chuck and Deb are coming to the Paul Bunyan Show. I think we're all staying at the same hotel. I'm pretty sure the hotel was sold out of rooms a month or so ago. And I'm just curious. I'm sure the hotel is full of people that are going to the Paul Bunyan Show. But I'm very curious to know how many of the people going to the Paul Bunyan Show are part of this YouTube community. Because I know there's a great big handful of us that are staying at the hotel. So it's going to be pretty neat. Yeah, so I was looking at these tickets for the Paul Bunyan Show, and the rules on it say no pets allowed, no unauthorized vehicles, ATVs, or golf carts allowed on the show grounds. So I don't know if people come ripping in there on their four-wheelers or what, that they have to put that on their tickets, but I thought that was pretty interesting. Oh, Joe Dodge Firewood from the Sawmill says, coyotes are definitely a menace. I have been asked to do some hunting this fall from people who have lost chickens, and a person recently lost a calf to a pack of coyotes. Yeah, those, when they hunt in packs, they can take down pretty large animals, but when they're alone, not so much. Hey, there's Hardworking Man with a super chat. He says, keep up the good work. We snagged a room for Friday after none were available earlier. Well, wow. I'm glad you got in there, buddy. We'll see you on the Friday night live stream. And cheers. Raise your glass to the hardworking man. So that's cool. I'm glad something opened up for you there. Chuck says that he told Deb to be ready to sign autographs. I don't know if anybody's going to be autographs, but we're definitely going to be shaking hands and, maybe giving some hugs and exchanging conversation and just finally putting faces to names. I'm telling you, I feel like all these people in the chat, I know who they are. It's kind of like when you're on Facebook and somebody has a name on Facebook that's not their real name, or they include their middle name in their Facebook name. So when you see them, you call them or you recognize them as their full name rather than just their first name. So I see all these names flying by on the chat that are channel names or nicknames. And that's pretty much how I'm going to recognize you at the show. Shad doesn't care about the rules at the Paul Bunyan Show because beer is allowed. That's the only rule that matters. Colleen says they bring their baby calves into the corral due to their coyotes. Jimbo wants to know if the Paul Bunyan Show is at the same time every year, starting harvest shortly and missing this year. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. Like I said, this is my first time going, but I'm pretty sure it's around the same weekend every single year. That's my understanding of it anyway. There's Dan. He says 1 week till the Woodhounds WrestleMania. Gotta run. See you soon, Gandalf. That's Lord of the Rings stuff or something. Well, I'm sorry you have to run out already. I guess we are a little bit past the top of the hour. But cheers to you, my friend. And I can't wait to finally meet you and see you and hang out. It's going to be a great time. It's not going to be called WrestleMania because that would be fake. This is a real thing. Maybe this is going to be the Woodhounds UFC because that's real. Ain't no shifting going on at the Paul Bunyan Show. Bill says he can't wait to meet Chuck and Deb. Colleen's got to go. Take care of them animals there, Colleen. Sorry about that tonight. So many in Vancouver, they're probably entertaining. It's for Anthony there. Yep. If it's legal in your state, an electric caller playing Rabbit in Distress will bring a bold coyote into shotgun range. You can find them on Amazon cheaper than you can buy new chickens. Yeah, I guess that would work. If I had a coyote problem, I might make the time to sit out there and take care of business. I remember a few years ago, I had a groundhog that was wreaking havoc in my garden. And I made it a personal mission to take care of that dude. Wrestling is fake, fire is real. I love giving Dan a hard time, and he loves giving it back to me. So it's all in good fun. Well, I think we're into overtime here, and I think we're going to wrap things up for the night. Tomorrow's Friday, and I've got 5 cords of wood to deliver. So I got an early morning as well. I got to get everything done by 3:30 in the afternoon so that I can make it to Taylor's volleyball game. Try not to miss any of the kids' stuff. So we have to wrap it up tonight. I want to thank those of you who won the Paul Bunyan tickets. Shoot me an email, preferably tonight, as soon as this live stream's over. Let me know if you're going to meet me at the hotel to get your ticket or if you want me to put it in the mail for you tomorrow. Either way, just make contact with me so that I can make sure that's well taken care of. So that's it. Have a great night, everybody. Thanks for joining us. We will see most of you, some of you, I don't know how many of you, next Friday night at the Paul Bunyan Show, Fairfield in Ohio. And if not, check out next Wednesday's video for the corn elevator news. And we'll be right back here on the last Thursday of the month in November for another edition of Thirsty Thursday Live. So have a great night, everybody.